Hi, so you made it back to my channel. So, for the activation phase now for day one, for the first week, all we're going to be focusing is on isometric contractions. So for the day one, we're going to focus on abductor isometric contractions. So you're going to go ahead and instruct the patient to push against your hand, making sure that the hips are stable. And then you want to make sure for all these contractions, you want one set with 4 repetitions, going at 25, 50, 75, and 100% of the muscle voluntary contraction. So next you want to do the hamstring, the medial hamstring. So go ahead and, since it's the medial hamstring, you want to go ahead and instruct to internally rotate. And then you're going to pull, and they're going to have to do knee flexion. Okay, good. And while he's in this position, we're going to go ahead and work on glute max. So for glute max, you want to instruct the patient to extend their hip or lift their knee off the ground. So you're going to stabilize here and stabilize at the hip. Push down with this hand on the hamstring. Good. Relax. Okay. And we're going to go ahead and do glute med now. So go on your side again. Straight leg. You're going to go ahead and lift your leg up. Stabilize the hip and push down on the lateral aspect of the thigh. That's for day one. Day two of the first week, we're going to do anterior tibialis. So go ahead, sit down. You want to put the foot in a dorsiflexion position with inversion. You want to add some elevation. So you're going to go ahead and instruct the patient to go against your resistance, pulling isometric contraction. Good job. Once again, 25, 50, 75, and 100% of muscle voluntary contraction. Next, I already demonstrated glute max. Then prone iso, pretty much a plank. I could demonstrate this. So you're going to be on your toes, not your forearms. You want to make sure that the back is straight, engaging the core throughout the plank. You want to do this 3 times for 10 repetitions for 30 seconds. So day 3, once again, we're going to do the prone iso for the abs. Now we're going to do bridges. So the patient's going to be laying down supine, knees bent, back on the ground, and they're going to lift their hips up in the air, contracting their glutes. It's called a curl. Next, once again, we'll do the glute med and max of isometric contraction. And then for the second week, what we're going to do, so for day 1, activation, we're going to be doing the side lying straight leg hip adduction, side lying straight leg hip abduction, resisted hip extension, and resisted knee flexion. So if I grab my subject one more time really quick, just go ahead and stay here, bud. So go ahead and lay down. Yeah, your stomach. So we're going to do the resisted hip extension, pretty much that we did for, go ahead, no, relax. Bend your knee, pretty much what we did with the isometric. But now we're going to add resistance, and they're going to do 10 contractions. So go ahead and lift up your knee off the ground, make sure that they're squeeze your glutes, and they're going to do this 10 times. Next, we're going to do resisted knee flexion with internal rotation. So we're going to provide resistance, and they're just going to relax. They're going to bend their knee 10 times, or flex their knee 10 times. Go ahead by adding some resistance. 1, 2, and so on. And then the next ones we're going to do is side lying hip adduction and abduction. Add and ab. Making sure you're straight. For adduction, you're going to lift up 10 times. For abduction, you're going to lift up this leg 10 times, making sure that your hips don't open up. And for these exercises, we're doing 3 sets of 15 with a slow contraction. For the day 2, that will focus on the excessive forward lean. We'll do resisted ankle dorsiflexion. resisted hip extension, the quadruped arm, opposite leg, opposite arm and leg raise, and the floor prone cobra. So the resisted ankle dorsiflexion, pretty much how we did with the isometric, except that they're going to do repetitions now. Same thing with the resisted hip extensions I just showed you right now. And the quadruped arm and opposite leg, they're going to be in a quadruped position. You're going to engage your core, make sure the back is nice and flat. Opposite arm, opposite leg are going to raise. You're going to go ahead and alternate. And then lastly, we're going to do the prone cobras. So my patient's already here. Can you go ahead and do a prone cobra for me? Nice, good. Relax. And those are 3 sets of 15. Next, we're going to do the last day, which will consist of alternating side iso abs, planks, bridges with the Bosu ball, and bird dogs. So for the alternating sides, you're going to be in a plank position, moving sideways, hold it, and then you're going to alternate. I don't have a Bosu ball, but it's going to be our Bosu ball. They're going to be in a bridge, and this is just adding an unstable surface. They're going to assume a bridge position, knees slightly bent, and then they're going to lift up their hips while digging their heels onto the Bosu ball. That will help activate the hamstrings, core, and glutes. Next, we're going to do bird dogs. Which are the same thing. So alternating arm. We go here. And once again, we're going to do 3 sets of 15 repetitions for each, and those are our activating exercises.